Welcome to the 2013 National Scenic and Historic Trail Conference. My name is Luke. We're here at the Westerlook Hotel in sunny Tucson, Arizona. It's the 14th National Scenic and Historic Trail Conference.
We are here to enable the transformation of our nation's newly elected trail apprentices, to foster appreciation and uphold the dedication that our national trail system has placed in effect each and every day.
There are three main strands or topics during this conference. The topics are telling our stories and engaging new partners, preserving special places and protecting the tapestry of our land, and strengthening our trail organization as well as our trail community.
The National Trail System is not just a trail system. It's our greatest resource. It is our community, it is our culture, but most importantly, it is our future. Today we have 15 interns on scholarships working, much as Lewis and Clark did in the very early days, exploring new territory and trying new techniques to move forward. These young people are the future of the trail community. Without their expertise, without their dedication, we as a community die. Our culture dwindles and our future is lacking in some of the most key elements of what makes America and our trail system unique.
There's a Native American who once said, "If we look at the path, we do not see the sky." We are Earth people on a spiritual journey to the stars. Our quest, our Earth walk, is to look within, to know who we are, and to see that we are truly connected to all things. There is no separation, only in the mind.
The power behind this conference is the trail system. For some, this conference represents the first steps on a trail, the first steps during their spiritual journey or Earth walk. And with this powerful new stride, their momentum represents the past, present, and future.
For us, we're walking the path. And we welcome you to the 14th National Scenic and Historic Trail Conference. Let's get started.
I think that someone who is a trail apprentice cares enough about the national trails to spread the word about them and then to go and actually take action to try to protect them.
To me, a trail apprentice is somebody with the Partnership for the National Scenic Trails who takes a very unique look at the youth environmental movement and the ability to get people outdoors into their natural worlds. The trails are a very kind of unique way to do so, and I think that the Trails Apprentice program will kind of show already emerging outdoor leaders this new aspect of getting outdoors being the trails.
To me, it's about voice and it's about action around just really being intentional with how you communicate and invite others into the importance of sustaining and building and living in and on and around trails, and not only the trails themselves, but the corridors that they exist in, and really being somebody that can just learn ongoing how to voice and how to be a part of protecting these places.
I think what's lacking is relevancy of our trails to the general population. So to me, and what I intend to use a trail apprenticeship for, is to make trails relevant to those it isn't right now.
I'm hopeful that the opportunity to come to this Trails Conference as a trail apprentice will allow me to continue networking and interacting with individuals who already are within the system or who may not be within the system but may come into the system, so we can affect positive change to go from a homogeneous group to a heterogeneous group more representative of America, so that in the future, the trails system and beyond that, the national park system and all the different public lands in America where we actually go out to recreate can feel free and open, so that anyone from any socioeconomic class, any race, anything at all will go out there and will be representative and feel comfortable.
I would like to get all the youth involved here in this country, be able to go out and experience all these trails. I think the youth is very active and they want to go out and do something. They have a lot of energy, and so I think that by being able to learn how to approach the youth and to let them know all the ways to access all the trails would be a very good thing to learn, as well as all of the trails, because some of them I don't even know where they are or if they exist. So I think it'd be nice to learn some of the trails here in our backyard.
This is the 14th National Scenic and Historic Trail Conference, and it's kind of what I expected, which is a good thing. I came here hoping to learn more about kind of what goes behind the scenes in the trail community, because I hope to make a career of it one day. And so I think I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I think it'll be very beneficial for me, and I'm excited to see what the future has in store.
I've met the president of the American Hiking Society, and I've connected with a lot of individuals who are coming up the same way as me, starting off as interns and then moving their way into these public sectors that they want to work in. And so it's good to kind of get their input on what I can do to make myself more relevant in the community that I want to be in, and some experiences that I should take up to secure myself in this industry. Also, it makes me a little less afraid of the future, and knowing that other people have been through it and have gotten through it and they're in these amazing places gives me hope that I can do it as well.
The networking at this conference has been really great, and for people in a position like myself just starting out a career, to get to talk to very high level people in the trail organizations and the various land management agencies. I really enjoyed it. I spoke a lot to Mark Weaver from the North Country Trail. He's been great. And the conversation Bob Radcliffe had with us, with all of us trail apprentices, and really, giving his take of, his 30 plus years of experience, but also where he sees this movement going on in the future, and really, discussing with him how we can take trails and connect them to other places was really one of the best experiences I've had so far.
This morning I had the opportunity to go to the plenary session on engaging Hispanic and Latino youth into the national parks and national trail system. And as an African American woman, I'm working to engage my own demographic into the national park systems and national trail systems as well. So it was incredibly insightful in how to engage new audiences into what we do and how to make it relevant to these people.
Thus far, I don't know that I could really say that I've had one specific favorite session that I've attended. However, Matt Nelson's presentation on planting the seeds of stewardship certainly sticks out in my mind as being especially important.
I've tried to go to several sessions from the different tracks, but mostly the ones that were involved with connecting trails with, engaging a new audience and bringing in more people to the conversation. And what I've really enjoyed most has been almost, the kind of the informal networking, the collaboration, the discussions that have occurred, at the barbecue dinners, before sessions, after sessions. And what I've really taken away from this conference, and I hopefully will be going in this direction in my career, is the kind of intersections between trails and other sustainable initiatives. How do trails affect our cities? How can we, have trails link up with other places? Because, as it's been said multiple times, 85% of the population is now living in urban areas. And, while it's awesome to have these great rural lands and protected lands, we also have to have, sustainable projects that are right in the places where everyone's living, so that you can have a more accessible way of getting to trails and getting to parks. And so I really hope to take away, how can we connect our trails to urban areas, and how can we take these same principles of, trail management, trail design, engagement, and I also hope to work with those issues, but more in an urban context.
One of the most important speeches that I watched talked about experiential education as a way of bringing kids to public lands and educating them about the world around them. And I think that that's so important because we have all these beautiful public lands like national forests, but if you've never heard of them and you've never experienced them, why would you ever want to spend any energy to protect them or promote them? And so I think that getting kids out, using the infrastructure of the trails that are already in existence to get to these national forests and other public lands is the way of the future. And I think that's going to help us create the next generation of public land promoters and protectors.
In this movement and in the national trail system, in the historic trails, we really have an advantage in the fact that this is part of the American dream. This is part of being in the outdoors, and I won't say it's uniquely American because I'm Canadian, but in the sense that being out in nature, having an adventure in this great land is really American, in the sense that you can have people reconnect with their country, use the idea of being patriotic, use the idea of really getting to know your land as a way to get people outdoors. I had the great opportunity to travel to Taiwan last year to interact with people in the Ministry of Youth in Taiwan about getting youth outdoors. And we went to this trail on the second highest peak in Taiwan, Snow Mountain. And there they have immense hiking huts. If you've ever seen an AT shelter, it's a three-walled kind of shelters, maybe sleep 10, 15 people at most, jam-packed in. We're talking shelters that held 160 people. These are hiker mansions. These are absolutely humongous. There were maybe 2 people younger than I, maybe 2 more people younger than 30 at these hiking shelters. Taiwanese have an extremely strong outdoor ethic, but has it gone to the youth? No, it hasn't been passed on. And they've missed that opportunity. And that's something they're trying to rebuild, and hence the reason why bringing in people from the outside to do so. And it's sad to see, but I think that we still have that connection, and it's just making sure that opportunity isn't lost. Thank you.
I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to whomever was involved in making this opportunity possible for me and the other trail apprentices.
I just really like to thank all the various partners and funders who have made this opportunity possible. It's been great to be here.
I'd just like to say thanks for this opportunity to talk with other people who are passionate about trails. I think that this was eye-opening, and I think we have a lot of work to do if we want to create the next generation of trail protectors.